So I'd like to start by telling a story of what happened to me about a year and a half ago as I was driving down Marietta Hot Springs. I went down Marietta Hot Springs, and as I approached Whitewood intersection, I stopped at the red light and proceeded to take a right turn on a red light onto Whitewood, proceeding over to the post office. As I did that, I saw a flash in my rearview mirror. And I didn't know what it was unfamiliar, and I turned distractedly looking to see if somebody was flashing their lights at me, except that it was daylight, and thought, well, that was kind of strange, and I proceeded on my way. Well, about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks later, I opened up the mailbox and I saw a nice citation from ACS Private Company that said that showed 5 photos of me running a red light, or stating that I had ran a red light on that intersection at Marietta Hot Springs 2.5 weeks prior. The fee for the ticket was $497, and it gave us such and such date that I could pay it or appear in court. So I did so, and I went to court, and as I went to court, they had told me that I needed to pay. I didn't have the $497, nor did I think that I was in the wrong by taking the right-hand turn on the red light. So I asked them what I needed to do to fight the ticket, and they said I had to pay the ticket in full as opposed of bail in order to get a hearing to see the judge to see if I could get it dismissed. So that is what I did, and that is what leads me to my topic today, and the topic would be the banning of the red light cameras in Marietta, and there's several other cities throughout California that have implemented this program, giving people tickets for running red lights or pushing the yellow light along that way. So what I'd like to talk about are 3 reasons that I feel like they need to be disbanded, or banned, not disbanded. The first would be the safety. The opposing people that implemented it and the city officials thought that they would make the city safer and that these intersections would be safer, and as we speak it a little bit, I'll tell you that that is not necessarily true. The second is that I could understand why they thought they would implement these programs, is to raise funds for the city. And I will once again tell you in just a bit that that is not necessarily true as well. And lastly, and the most aggravating point of all of this, is that they're unconstitutional. They break our amendment rights by citing us for a non-personal contact citation that you are not able to defend yourself at the time of the incident. So let's begin by talking about the safety issues. The opposing sides say that the red lights were going to decrease the amount of accidents and decrease the red light tickets, or people running red lights and creating accidents in those intersections. But statistics have shown that they've actually increased the amount of accidents by 60% rather than decrease it. The opposing side would often tell you, oh well, they're milder, they're just rear enders, people aren't being injured. But I'll have to tell you that that is not necessarily true, and the other distraction that makes it not safe is that light that flashes, then people go, what is that? And they turn and they try to find what that distraction is creating accidents as well. And the last thing of the safety part is that sometimes in good defensive driving, running that red light is necessary. And those would be the 3 main points of the safety, that they do indeed not make it safer. The statistics have shown that. The second big issue of reasons they need to ban it are the beneficial, or the monetary cost of these cameras. The cities thought that they would be raising monies and helping the taxpayer, and that is probably why citizens implemented these programs and voted for the cities to start them. But the statistics have shown that, and you can tally it all up in your head, that apparently, according to the numbers, $261,000 to $350,000 are made by a city, depending upon how many cameras they have. But in that $300,000 a year, approximately, every 3 months, the companies and the private companies that are actually not in California, they are out of state, and we are paying other people to build these for us and taking jobs away from our state, are getting $58,000 every 3 months for these cameras per intersection. So with that, of that $300,000, almost $200,000 of that is going back to that company. That leaves only, and let's say now we need to employ 3 people, 3 law enforcement agencies, to look at these cameras and decide who gets tickets and send them out. That is 3 law enforcement agencies, or law enforcement agents, that get at least $47,000 a year to do so. So if you add that on to what the company is getting and then what you're paying the officials to look at these cameras, you are, how much money is the city really getting? The city's really only getting about $90,000 a year to implement all of these. And not to mention they're losing a lot of money because people that fight their tickets, and I will lead into it a little bit, people that are fighting these tickets are getting away and they're getting them dismissed, and that leaves the city to front the bill for all of the court costs in order to pursue them. So they've lost it, even of that $90,000, more of the money is getting lost. So how much have they truly made by implementing this? It's not good safety-wise, and now it's not good financially. And the last and most important reason would be that they're completely unconstitutional. They break our 6th Amendment rule of being able to be cited by a law enforcement agency and being face-to-face with that. They break the 5th Amendment and break our privacy. We have a right to privacy, and by recording without being contracted, you're breaking our Privacy Act. The last one is the bail. In general, when I went and they told me that I had to pay the $497 just to fight the ticket, that is unconstitutional. You are being proven guilty before innocent, and that is not how we work in our country. So those are 3 very main important reasons that they need to be stopped. And what I would like to ask for you guys today is I do have a few solutions. The first solution is sign the petition. Sign the petition and let the city officials know that we don't want them in our city any longer. But the 2 big solutions to all of this is that there are other ways that they can get around making those intersections safer and making more money for themselves. The other ways to make money, well, that's up to them, but the main important reason is that they can change the timing on the lights. That's how many people are getting out of these tickets, because the yellow lights can be lengthened and people won't run as many red lights according to the speed limit and the traffic laws around that intersection. The other one is to increase or decrease the speed limit on those streets and before those intersections, and those will truly make the area safer and cut down on people running red lights. So what I would like to ask you again from you today is to sign the petition and to further research it and to take an opinion on it and help your city ban these lights. Thank you.